Bring this up, buddy. How about them Eagles?
Birds down, baby. Birds down. Didn't even bring the sweater out today. Thought about trying to represent, hold the head high, but the shame after that game was brutal.
You watched the whole thing through and through?
Through to through, start to finish. We basically got exposed for exactly what we were.
Yeah.
A very shoddy offense, which it's hard to believe how. I mean, we have more weapons than I think most NFL teams. Defense was phenomenal, but at some point, 4 minutes left, or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever it was, you're down 4 points. You need a touchdown. You have playoff Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, phenomenal offensive line. Can't score a touchdown.
Couldn't do it.
Just couldn't do it. And it's like at that point, even if we would have won that game by a skin, we were going to get just pummeled eventually.
Do you know who the 49ers play now?
I think the 49ers play the Rams.
I think so.
I think the Rams.
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I saw a lot of clips of just drops, like blatant Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown just completely dropping the ball.
Yeah, it was inevitable. I don't know what was going on. Everybody wants to blame the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
They want somebody's head. I mean, Philadelphia could win and they still want somebody's head. That's just Philadelphia. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
It is what it is.
I sound like a Vikings fan next year,
Yeah,
baby.
next
There's
year.
always next year.
Do you think A.J. Brown's gone?
I don't see how he could stay.
Yeah.
I think there was just too much controversy. I think it's just too much.
Yeah.
And honestly, and not that one game should define whether he stays and goes, but I mean, he dropped 3 passes.
Yeah.
3 game-changing passes that would have probably affected the game. And like I said, I'm not saying one game should affect that, but it's like there was already a lot of locker room drama, which is Philadelphia to begin with. But yeah, between that, I can just see a mutual parting ways probably coming. He's a good receiver, and he'll go somewhere, and I hope he's great wherever he goes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it just might not be able to be for Philly. So
now that you and me are in the same boat, who do you think's going to take it all?
Seahawks.
Really?
I just hope so.
You think Sam Darnold?
That's a lie. I think Denver's going to win, but I just don't want Denver to win. Yeah, so I'm just praying for somebody else. I don't really care who, as long as it's not Denver.
I would say I'm cheering for the Bills. I want Josh Allen to get one.
It would be a tough loss for him if he didn't win it this year.
Yeah.
No Patrick Mahomes, no Eagles left. I mean, really, those are kind of like his two crypto Mahomes for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, now you got to get through Bo Nix. You got to get through who's even left on that side? CJ Stroud. All very beatable people that the Bills should be able to win. So I'll cheer for Josh Allen.
I think that the Texans are kind of a dark horse. I think that they could actually win it.
A little bit of a sleeper team.
Yeah. Their offense isn't great, but their defense, I think their defense line had almost 30 sacks this year. They're insane.
Obviously, I would have loved to seen the Eagles, win it, but it will be kind of fun to watch somebody new this year kind of come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be fun to see kind of an underdog. I feel like maybe for the last 5 years, it feels very just the same. It's Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. It's just the same.
And even Philly being in 3 Super Bowls in the last few,
exactly.
They're pretty, and like I said, I love it. I'd love to see them win every year, but as an Eagles fan, I can't really say much at this point. We've had a good run. I think we'll be back. I'm not concerned about it, but it'll be fun to watch somebody new.
For sure.
So I guess we'll all see each other in Cancun after the Super Bowl. I guess
that's where we'll be.
That seems to be the next deal here. So what about fantasy football? How did your leagues turn out there?
I did okay. I figured finish very medium low. It wasn't good.
What was the punishment for your loser this year?
I think this year, we did it again where it's a beer mile. You have to drink a beer every single lap around a track, and I think it's 8 laps around the track that we're talking. So you have to drink 8 beers while running the mile.
No time limit?
No time limit, but That's a lot of
beer.
It's a lot of beer. It's a lot of throwing up. It's a lot of action.
That's boy.
Yeah.
I kind of like that one.
It's good.
Because it's not like so brutal that it's like unbearable to watch, but it's a challenge. Like that is not an easy task.
There's some bad fantasy football punishments out there this year. My TikTok's been blowing up with them. Have you seen some of those?
Not many. What's your favorite ones?
The one I saw this morning was he had to basically thank each person that beat him in the league this year. And he had to just do it in a very feminine way. And it was funny to watch. It was funny to watch.
Did they have to record him doing that?
Yeah, he had to record it. And then, of course, like the video blew up and everyone just like comments on it. And a lot of the comments were like, bro didn't even lose in fantasy. He just actually wanted to do this. And it had like 1,000, like 1 million views. Everyone was going crazy over it.
He was planning on doing that there.
How about you? How did your team do?
You know, I took first in one and I took dead last in the other one.
Any punishments in any of those leagues?
Thankfully, no. And what's crazy is I was on the train of like bad punishments in the league that I actually took last in. So thank God the league never like set anything in stone. The one that I think I wouldn't be mad if I lost, I think it would be hilarious, is the one where you have to either sit in the bar from open to close, and it's like every beer you drink takes an hour away.
I've seen that.
Is it 24 hours or 12 hours?
I think it's 24. Is it just with beers? I've also seen it where you can have like food involved in that as well. And and there's certain time
some
limits.
sort of game where if you drink beer, eat food, it takes your time away from how long you have to be there. But I just can't eat and drink that much. So I think I'd end up sitting there like 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. Like I would just be bellied up at that bar.
Yeah.
I think that would be a funny sight here.
I saw one where you had to go to like a junior varsity girls basketball game by yourself. And like you had to just like chop it up with the dads. And they're like, what are you, like, who are you, dude?
Who's this pervert watching a junior high game? Get out of here.
There's some crazy ones out there. But
that's so funny,
I'm
dude.
glad I didn't lose this year.
So I dodged out on all that. I also dodged out on the Taco John's line, cranking out into 45th. Can you believe that? People have the audacity to wait with their blinker on 45th for that Taco John's.
Taco John's unbelievable. Did you end up trying it?
I did.
You couldn't get there.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the line.
Yep. I drove by it too. There had to have been 40 to 50 cars. I'm not even kidding. It is insane.
I guess I did not realize there was that many Taco John's fans in Fargo-Moorhead.
It just can't be that good. I've had Taco John's. It's not that. There's literally one in Wahpeton. Like, just go to Wahpeton.
I don't know, dude. It's apparently it's been missed. So we'll see. I'll give it a couple months and then I'll.
Is there like a restaurant or a fast food place that you've had that you really wish Fargo had? Like, is there one that you go down south and you're immediately like, oh, I gotta have this because we don't have it in Fargo?
I don't want to say like I have to have it. I'm a very big fan of Cane's Chicken. I really like Cane's Chicken. I really like In-N-Out. And another one that's kind of a sleeper, I really like Whataburger.
That is good.
I don't know if you've had that.
I have. In Texas, I had it once. It was very good.
Yeah, those would be kind of my 3 sleepers of like, I mean, I'm not like, I don't lose sleep over it, but they would be cool if they were here.
I agree with the In-N-Out. I feel like every time I go down south, just like for a quick meal, the In-N-Out's the go-to.
And maybe it's definitely, we just think it's so good because like we don't have one.
Probably.
People who have In-N-Out probably might be like overrated. But, you know, it's one of those things. If you can't have it or you don't have it access to it, you naturally want it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll see.
That's funny.
Yeah, I've been kind of looking. Did you see that post of all the new stuff that was coming to Fargo? Some guy posted it on Facebook. There was like 6 or 7 new stores, new restaurants, stuff that was coming in.
I didn't exactly see every one. Which, do you know what was on there?
Yeah, I don't remember the specifics, but I know there was a couple on there that I was kind of like, oh hell yeah. So I'll have to dive a little bit deeper into that.
Send that over to me.
It's kind of fun, you know. Every time we talk to people, they're like, "Oh, how's Fargo doing?" And I'm like, "Good." And they're like, "Is it growing?" And I'm like, "Yes." Every time I turn around, something's getting put up over here.
We really are in our own bubble. I feel like we're just growing like crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely super stoked about all the fun stuff we get to experience here. You think interest rates have anything to do with that on like commercial stuff as well? Do you think people that are opening up and like doing commercial are also like, ooh, I heard the interest rate dropped a point?
I really don't think so.
Do you think it matters as much like with residential?
Definitely not. Not in the commercial space. I feel like they know that Fargo is a good bet and they know the growth that it has and the opportunity it has, that really like if it's the right deal, it's the right deal, which that could be said in maybe residential, but as we know, people are much more emotional when it comes to their primary residence, and they're concerned about their financials a little more. And I think with this interest rate drop, that's really sparking a lot of business.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it like already. People, I feel like I've had a lot of people come out of the woodworks already.
I think it's going to be a busy spring. I mean, we're January, what today? Like 12th, 13th. Like we're not even halfway through January. Like we should not have anything going on right now. I mean, it should be a dead zone. So if your phone's ringing at all, like that's probably a pretty good indicator.
Definitely is. I've noticed open house traction has been good. I've had a few people call me already about looking at houses in the spring, and had one get under contract this morning. So it's been really good. I think it's going to be a really busy spring, like you said.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I hope so here. Well, I hope my phone starts firing off like yours does. You're a pretty popular guy here.
Yeah. Okay. Says you.
Well, besides hiding out in the corner in the bar on Saturday night, my best friend's here out and about, and all of a sudden I can't even find him. Didn't even know he was there.
I was just sitting in the corner, just hiding, wallowing and
incognito. He probably saw me and was like, frick that guy.
I don't want to talk to that guy.
Don't call him over here.
Yeah. I heard you had a pretty busy night though. You had Mr. Celebrity over here, just had people coming up to him. Did you sign any autographs, or what did you?
I don't know. I should have. I should have just immediately taken out a Sharpie and just tried to sign him. I don't know if they would have went for it.
Dude, we thought you were actually someone else. We didn't even realize.
Yeah, you were wrong guy, dude. Totally wrong.
You got to tell everyone about so you were at Unhinged though, and you went to the band and had something happen?
Yeah. So after the Bears-Packers game, a couple of my buddies are big Bears fans, so everybody was all stoked after the comeback. So they're like, yeah, let's go out for a minute on Saturday. So we popped out to Unhinged. Hadn't been to that neck of the woods on a Saturday in quite some time. And, as usual, we're hanging out at the table. The dance floor was popping a little bit. I can't remember who the guy that was playing was. But we're out on the dance floor, and the band stops, like right after their sets, right after one of the songs done, right in the middle. He just goes, there's a guy in the crowd here who I see, he's all over my TikTok feed. And my heart spiked because I'm like, no way this guy's like leading into what I think he's going to say. And he's like, I see him all the time. He's always talking about local stuff and ranking beers and ranking bars and ranking bands. So I'm hoping here tonight he'll rank my band very high. And he points right at me. And I'm like,
please. Yeah.
I got you, buddy.
What did you even say? You can't say anything at that point.
I just put my drink up. I was just cheers, buddy. Cheers,
Isn't that
buddy.
Crazy? Dude, we're not even we're not big at all. Like we do very okay. And the amount of recognition that you and I have gotten just walking to a bar, it's so weird.
It's kind of hilarious actually. It kind of makes me think that you just have to do minimal effort and you can just basically do anything you want. Yeah. I feel like we don't work that hard.
Right.
We're not using $100 million equipment.
No.
We're not a production. We're just two dudes and a couple of iPhones in the community.
Yeah. I think
out talking nonsense and it gets a lot of traction.
I think you and me have done a good job of just not being too concerned about what people think. Cause that's the hardest part. At least it was for me when we started doing this. Cause every guy that you see, they're like, oh, hey, saw your podcast. And it's family and friends. And you're like, sorry, I don't really want to be recognized. But once you get over that, it seems like it's good. It's easy.
Yeah, it definitely does get easier. You're 100% right. I think that's probably the biggest hump for anybody that's wanting to do
anything,
any sort of social media, especially social media content for sure, is just because it is, and it's kind of funny. You look at a video and if it's the video got 2,000, 3,000 views, in your mind, you're like, oh, you either think it did good or it didn't do good. Mm-hmm. But could you imagine if you were in a room with 3,000 people in it and you were going to say something for 7 seconds? Mm-hmm. I'd be crapping myself.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, that's so many people. I can't, So when you start putting it in that perspective, it's if your video gets 1,000 views or 2,000 views, that's a lot of people that saw your face, even if it was for 5 seconds.
Yeah. And just compounding growth, your TikTok, my TikTok account has over 1 million views between the two of us, which is 1 million people.
Yeah.
That is mind blowing.
That's hard to imagine. It really is. Yeah. I mean, you can't even comprehend 1 million people standing there. So no, I mean, I'm excited about what we're doing, and we got a little consistency to our social media now, which I think is going to be huge. So I think, obviously we're doing this, we're doing the bits. I'm so stoked for the out in the wild stuff that we're going to do this year.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually going to be almost more fun than kind of some of the monotonous like this stuff. So going out and like being in the community and people eat that up.
Yep.
You know, people want you to come out and get their business on camera or get them doing this or get them doing that because nobody wants to take the time to do it themselves. So if you can give them a shout out, you know, they'll help you out. You know, what can we do? Even like Brutus, you know, shout out to Brutus for letting us use their place and providing us with the beer and everything. And it's like, yeah, absolutely. Like if you guys want to shoot a video here, like they were happy to let us do it.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty excited for some stuff like that.
It should be a really good 26. I'm excited, man. Should be fun.
I'm hoping so here. Any Fargo events that happened that you've heard about? I had one written down here. I wanted to get your take on it.
Yeah.
So I thought this was hilarious. The reported JD Vance, I don't know if it was a sighting or that people thought he was coming to Harwood, but I thought that was kind of funny.
That is funny.
I thought that Valley News Live, the fact that they had to go out and like fact check that he didn't.
He didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
We need to know this. People have to know this if he stepped foot in our state.
Yeah, people are like picketing outside the Harwood AI Center thinking JD Vance might drive by. And one, drive by, and two, care what your sign said. But so Valley News Live had to be like, hold on, everybody. He's not here.
Our community's so funny. Like, if that was virtually anywhere else, it'd be like, yeah, I mean, whatever. He stopped by. Who cares? Not like he's doing an event. But here in North Dakota, like any really cool, notable person, we're like, they're here. Like, they're here.
They're here.
We got to see them.
Well, yeah, I feel like we probably would have seen or heard Air Force One flying in or something. I don't even know where people got that rumor from.
I don't know. Someone must have seen some blacked out SUVs. It was like, oh, that must be the president. It must be the vice president.
Ice, bro. Ice is in town.
Get him out.
Get him out.
Yeah. I know. That's crazy. I'm very surprised by that.
Yeah, that had me cracking up. What about talking about a little national news here? Did you see our favorite Fargo to Arizona airline is scooping up airlines?
I did see that.
Allegiant buying Sun Country.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, I thought our big Pelican Lake Mansion guy, John Barry, I didn't know he could get any richer, but
He just did.
I guess he just did.
He just did.
So what now? I guess the thought of him needing to sell that house for money, like to me and you for cheap, I think that's out the window.
Yeah,
I don't think we're picking that mansion up anymore.
I don't think so. That'd be great. Like, we could throw some really cool parties there, you know, if we could get it.
If we could get it. I just want to see the inside. That is unrealistically on my list of things to do this year, is get a tour of that place.
What if we could do that? Somehow with the podcast, somehow with our influence, maybe we could trick them into letting us in there.
So I've heard this, and this is all rumor mill. I've heard that the people that have seen it are basically told like absolutely no picture, no video.
Really?
Very private guy. Yep, I've heard that. And like I said, rumor. I don't know. I can't confirm that.
I can't confirm I've ever seen a video of the inside ever.
But it is strange. It's been there 30 years, and not one single person has been like, oh yeah, I toured it and I took a couple pictures. Like, you know what I mean? You would think somebody that we know would have been able to check that out.
Yeah, you're right. Now that I think of it, I've Googled it multiple times of just that mansion, and I can't think of any interior picture. Not even one.
No, not
That's
a
crazy.
One. It is. It is. So I don't know. So we'll have to get creative on how we're gonna get a little tour of that mansion. But him selling his airline, I don't know if that's helping our cause.
That's crazy.
So
how
see.
Old is he? He's got to be like in his 80s now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, we got to find a daughter or a grandkid or somebody that would be like, come on back here.
Come on, let us
check it out here. Yeah, can we rank beers on the balcony, looking at the sandbar and waving to everybody? Could you imagine the flex being on that balcony and people are at the sandbar? You're like, hi, poor people.
They'd be like, get the hell out of here. That reminds me of the time when remember when I met Hardy? Mm-hmm. We were on the pontoon and we were at the sandbar in front of it, and people would just be like, you know, driving by or like floating by, and Hardy was just like waving to them, just like, and he'd look and be like, I wonder if they know who they're waving to. And we're like, they definitely do not. Just college kids like, hey.
Yeah, no one is expecting Hardy to be chilling at the sandbar.
Not at all. He was just chilling, drinking his beer and hanging out.
That's so funny, dude. I forgot you got to hang out with that guy.
That was wild.
Yeah, perks, dude. I know. And like, I'm just chilling there, and I just get a snap from Ben, totally out of the blue. Guess who I'm with? And I'm at WeFest, like setting up ready for the show. But he's at the sandbar crushing beers with him. I'm like, only Ben Waswick's gonna get this type of unbelievable,
crazy experience.
Crazy,
He's super cool guy.